It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. But is it really? May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's more and more important to keep our mental health in shape. But sometimes talking about our feelings and struggles is really, really hard. So let's talk about some other options.
If you follow me, there's a significant chance that you also subscribe to my best friend, the incredible Donna Sava. If you don't, you should. I'm linking her in the corner here and in the description of this video. She's amazing for more reasons than I can possibly count, but if you are interested in journaling, agendas, stationery, stickers, washi tape, or anything like that, she knows all about it. She's tried all the brands and every possible style of journal and agenda and offers up realistic and attainable prompts, resources, and ideas. So, why am I explaining all of this? I mean, besides the fact that she is awesome, I'm telling you because, well, I don't journal at all. We have so many things in common, and that's just not one of them. Journaling terrifies me on a cellular level, and I have a feeling there may be a few more of you like me too. And so I'm here to tell you that it's okay. In high school, I was encouraged to journal as a means of processing some specific feelings and situations. So I did. I got a beautiful brown leather journal with illustrated safari animals printed on it and a nice cream-lined paper inside. I chose a pen with matching brown ink to write in it, and I poured all my thoughts into it on a weekly, if not daily basis. Until I found out that someone was reading everything I had been writing in it and purposely weaponizing my thoughts and feelings against me. I remember the moment I found out and the feeling of ice running through my veins and my breath that I could not catch. I stopped writing in it right then and I hid it away. I've never touched it since. Fast forward nearly 10 years later and I decided to try journaling again, this time on my computer. I didn't want a physical paper journal this time and decided to try journaling on my laptop, so if I was writing in it, it would just look like I was working. Well, that didn't work. And again, my journal was being read and weaponized, this time by a different person. So, yeah, I became and am still too afraid to put my most complicated thoughts and feelings into writing, whether with a pen or a processor. Maybe I will again one day, I'll never say never, but I'm not there at this time. But that definitely doesn't mean that I am without those thoughts and need somewhere for them to go. And so, I paint. Granted, not every painting has a deep meaning. Sometimes I paint something just because I have an idea or I find something beautiful. And sometimes there is a complicated bundle of emotions behind whatever lands on my canvas. Like this canvas. Donna recently saw this painting and asked me what it meant, followed quickly by, "But you don't have to tell me if you don't want to." She is aware of my journaling fears, understands, and never pushes something that I'm not comfortable with. But because I completely trust her, I told her. And it was the first time I had actually put it into real words. Several years ago, I was working with an organization. Our determined little group was looking to meet some lofty fundraising and task goals. Were we perfect? Absolutely not. But we tried our very best and then some, despite some extenuating and excruciating circumstances happening around us. We had a checklist of the bare minimum we found acceptable to accomplish, our actual goal, and then a more lofty reach goal. We quickly smashed the first marker, and then the second, and then the third. We were so proud of the work we were doing. Until the goalposts were moved. We were pretty much told that despite breaking records, that it still wasn't good enough, and we needed to hit a new mark. And so we did. And then the goal was moved yet again. Now, don't get me wrong. It is great to work hard and strive for more, but not when the people working under you are exhausted, burned out, and feeling zero appreciation. In fact, we finished the year feeling like we could all do nothing right at all and like we wanted to quit. We gave everything of ourselves, and then a little more, and a little more, until we had nothing left to give, and we were still told that it wasn't enough. In that moment, I felt like I could have cut my own heart out of my chest and served it up on a plate, and I would have still been told that I wasn't giving enough of myself. And so, I painted that feeling. At the time, I was too hurt and mad to write the words, even if I'd wanted to. Is it more complicated and time consuming to paint a metaphorical journal? Absolutely, especially after I made 10 million changes to this one. But I worked out a lot of feelings and frustrations with each brushstroke. And what matters is that it worked for me, especially since I didn't feel comfortable putting anything in writing that could be twisted by untrustworthy parties. Now, was that likely to happen? Probably not at all. But when it's happened twice before, it leaves you hesitant to try again. There's a quote from Carrie Fisher that I constantly reference. Take your broken heart and make it into art. Taylor Swift has pretty much built her career on that concept. But your feelings can be as public, like Taylor, or as very private as you want them to be, whether written word or secret sketchbooks. If you want privacy, you deserve that. Oh, and side note, unless someone hands you their journal and tells you to read something from it, don't. If they trust you and are ready to talk about something, they will. Before, when well-meaning people would suggest, you should try journaling, I didn't want to explain all the reasons why I was not at all comfortable with it. I didn't want to delve into the prior betrayals of trust. Journaling just didn't feel safe, but I also felt like a failure because I couldn't bring myself to do it. It took hearing Donna, who is basically a journaling professional, telling me that my way wasn't wrong or a failure, it was just different. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with different. And I can talk about my feelings and meaning behind a painting if I feel safe to. Or I can just say, I thought it was pretty, and leave things at that.
So, whatever your mental health medium is, from traditional journaling to metaphorical creations, it's all okay. And you will be too.